This is my 1983 CM 450A Hondamatic 2-speed, and this is going to be my next project. I haven't cleaned it up too much this year. It's still in the winter, but it's an old bike my grandfather had. Bought it new in '83, and then he died and gave it to me, and I actually just kept it mothballed for a number of years. But it's in great shape. The only thing I don't have on it for it is I don't have the stock toolkit. Other than that, everything else on it is original. Well, what I'm going to do here, if I can sit down here without breaking myself here, is these fork seals, especially this one on this closest to me, has given out and it's leaking oil. And these are air shocks. And I've got some manuals downloaded for this. I don't know if you can, the light's not real good, but you can see that there is one hose that goes all the way over to, you fill this shock up here and it goes over to this other side, or the fork anyway. And I want to figure out how to take these off and do it correctly, but I can't find the stock manual on it. The Honda dealer that sold the bike, I know he's got the manual, but he won't let me look at it. He just didn't want to dig it out. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to drain the oil first out of these drain holes after I get the wheel off, the wheel and the calipers off, and then I'll mark the struts where they go, so they're in the exact same position, circular, as far as twisting in or out. They'll be perfectly aligned, not too far off. But this is my old bike, and it's a real nice bike. But I've got to be real careful with it. I put on new tires and I put it back together. I put about $700 into it a few years ago with new brakes, new tires. It didn't need new brakes or tire. It needed the new tires though. They were just over 20 years old. And the seat, I have to be careful with that. It's all stock. This is the other side. It's got all the stock pipes on it, and all the plastics are in good shape. The tank is in really good condition as far as it doesn't have any dings or dents, and it's got a bunch of writing here in let's see, French, German, Canadian, and I think that's Oregon. Oh, yeah, Oregon, that's right. Okay, and as you can see up here, it has neutral when you turn the key on. I'm going to turn the key on here. Oh wait, I have the battery out. Okay, we'll just pretend. The green light goes on, and then first gear is blue light, and then another green light. I think it's green light. And on this, it shows you on the red dial, there's a 1 right up here on the top near the 50 or 80 kilometers. That's where first gear goes to that, and that's where you're supposed to shift to second, and second goes all the way to 100 miles an hour. It doesn't go really fast at all. It's nice, but it's a nice little Sunday cruiser. It's got some nice old chrome on it, and I kind of wish I'd kept it in a little better shape, but it's gotten to the point where it was a real old bike, and now it's become kind of a classic, and the parts on it are just parts for it if you can get them. Kind of makes me mad that I wanted to get a new grip, new grips, and they only sell one side. So that kind of got me a little upset about that. And I don't know how well the seals are in it. It takes a whole bunch of oil in the crankcase for the transmission. It doesn't have planetary gears. It has some kind of sliding system. And over here, this says, I don't know if you can see it. You don't use ATF, you use motor oil only. So I have to use the old motor oil for it because it's not made for the new motor oil. Well, this is one of the first years when they had cast wheels. And I'm not sure if this was the last year they put these out. I know they made this is a 450, and I think it has 3 valves per cylinder, and it's 2 cylinders. I'm going to have to tear that down one of these years and just go through that after I get a for sure service manual, because I don't want to guess on it at all. I want to take really care of it. I'm going to keep it like a museum bike because it's automatic and it's pretty old, but all the chrome on it's in pretty good shape. A lot of things you can't buy. The bigger things you can't buy for it. The tank is virtually non-existent. I think this came in. It came in gray and black, like this one, or it came in, I believe, red and with the gold where the Honda emblem is on that year. And then of course it says right here a CM 450 was just your standard one, and it would say 450 but it wouldn't say Hondamatic. So we got Hondamatic there, and I wish I had the toolkit to put it underneath here, because underneath the seat is pretty cool. They've got a little box you can put all your paperwork in, and it's got all these neat little, all these emblems here are just in perfect shape. You got a helmet holder right there, down on the swing arm. I mean, you can tell this thing has not been used hardly at all. The light's not very good right here. And then you come up on the pipe, and it says Honda. There's no rust on it. It's just it's a beautiful old bike. I have a little problems with the electronics. I think it's because I went to a car wash and I put too much pressure on it. So there's my one cruiser, and then there's my little racer right there. Okay.